Alrighty, so today I'm going to be making a quick review on one of my favorite and one of my warmest jackets. Right now I'm in Montreal and it is -10 outside. All I have under here is my nice little merino wool hiking hoodie that I actually am going to do a review on at some point, and I'm toasty warm. The most incredible thing about this jacket is the price. At 180 euros, and if you're in the US, it'd probably be more like $230 or maybe $250 with shipping, which is still a really good deal for what you get with this guy. So this jacket has 700 fill power down. I'm not sure how much. It packs up really tiny, and it's made for super high elevation alpine backpacking and mountain climbing. So the reason I really like it is I don't use it for that purpose at all, but I do go out into some super cold temperatures and have to stand behind my camera for super long periods of time. A jacket like this is super phenomenal for that because it's a statically warm jacket. Right now I'm actually sweating in this thing, and again, I'm out here in Montreal and it is, I think, like -10 Celsius outside. So going more into the ergonomics of the jacket, I actually do have a separate video all about that, but I really can't stress enough how good of a deal this thing is. This is from a company called Simon. I don't remember the exact name of the jacket right now, but it'll be the title of the video. It's sold by a company called Decathlon. It's basically like a cheaper version of REI for the rest of the world, and they sell really high quality gear. Some of their stuff is not super high quality, but I have videos on a lot of their good stuff, and there's a lot of things they have that are really good quality and super affordable, especially after growing up in the US and being so used to REI and all their extremely high priced items. It's really cool to see something like this where, I mean, an equivalent warmth jacket to this at REI or anywhere in the US would be minimum $500, probably like $350 or $400 even used. To get a brand new jacket that packs up super small, that I can bring anywhere and just throw on and be super warm, is super phenomenal. So I also didn't mention this is actually a down jacket, if you couldn't tell already. This is basically my super warm down jacket, and down jackets tend to be a little more expensive anyways, so one more thing I'd quickly like to include about this jacket here is just look at the loft on this guy. Keep in mind, I've had this thing for about, let me go to wide mode. I've had this thing for about a year and a half now. I've worn it probably like 100 times. Worn it with a backpack, worn it in all kinds of different situations, and it is thick. I mean, they are not skimping at all on the down they put in this, and the loft retention is super awesome as well. So just wanted to include that in there. You know, one of the annoying things when you see a jacket online and you can't try it is like, how thick actually is it? Like, how, you know, they make them look really puffy online, but you know, how puffy are they in person? And yeah, this guy is absolutely packed with down, and it's surprising how small it packs up too with how much down they put in here. So when I'm buying a jacket, like, one of the #1 things I look for, or when I want to know something on YouTube, is like, is it really full of down? Is it really puffy, or is it just like that for the picture? And I can tell you from warmth experience, as well as just showing you right here from all these different angles, like even in the hood, which is a common place you'll see a lot less down. Yeah, it is super thick. And keep in mind also, I have not been packing this up. I think I've packed it up one time, because I'm not usually, unless I have to get on a plane or something like that, I'm not usually doing ultralight backpacking. So, you know, if you're packing it up super frequently, it might be have a little less loft retention. But that is one of the I don't know why the video stopped there, but that is one of the positive things of having a down jacket, is that versus a synthetic jacket, is that the down, if you compact it and repack it and pack it and repack it over and over and over again, the down is going to retain its loft a lot better than synthetic insulation is. So just a little update on how super thick and super mega warm this insanely awesome and only $180 Solomon jacket is. Like how this thing could be $180, I don't know. If you ever find yourself in Canada, France, or anywhere in Europe, I'd really recommend going by Decathlon or ordering it online and picking it up in the store like I did. They almost never have this particular jacket in their store. It's something you have to order online and then you pick it up in the store. For sizing reference, I'm 6'1", 155 pounds. The extra large fits me super well. The large would also fit me super well, I think, but I did want to get one where I could layer under it if I really wanted to for those extremely cold temperatures. Alrighty, so really quick here, I'm just gonna go over kind of the sizing. As I said before, I'm 6'1", 155 pounds. Right here, I'm wearing the XL version, but the large would work totally well and probably fit me a little bit better. But like I said, I did want to be able to layer it up in case it is super cold. Honestly, I don't really ever see a situation where I would need to put any layers under this thing except like a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt or something, but just to have that option is really great. So I went with the XL. And yeah, so here's how it looks from the front. Here's those giant internal drop pockets, and as I said before, these guys are huge, by the way, but I have a whole nother video that goes into the drop pockets, all the bells and whistles of this guy. So this is kind of just like here's how it looks outside on me. I did get some comments on my last video about how my audio is too quiet, and that was just inside my really quiet apartment. So I am trying a new experimental audio method because I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a wireless mic system. So I'm recording the audio on my phone. I'm gonna like sync it up with this, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, but we will try it today because it is kind of loud and there's like cars going by and stuff. So hopefully that worked. It's super geared, and this is great for photography as well, but it has all the bells and whistles you'd see in like a $1,000 Arc'teryx jacket or like a $1,000 Canada Goose jacket. The only downside to this one is it's made for ultralight backpacking. I mean, the plus side to that is you're gonna be able to fit it pretty much wherever you want. The downside to that is that it's not gonna be a super durable jacket. You are gonna have to layer on like a rain shell or something if you're, you know, beating through the bushes on a really frequent basis or whatnot. One other thing I really like is in the hands, this is all synthetic right here. So whenever you're working with your camera or working, you know, I don't know, you drop something in the snow or you're using your hands outside and the snow gets melty or whatnot, you don't have to worry about the down in the sleeves getting totally flat and having no insulation there, because from where the black begins, it's a much higher denier material. And it's also synthetic insulation, which I think is super great because, I mean, it's just your wrists right here. Like, you really don't need super warm insulation. It's okay if it's a little bit colder. So that's a really cool addition to the jacket that I found. To add upon my previous video I made of this jacket, I have had a little bit of time testing it out in that video, and mostly it was just kind of a quick review, going over, showing what everything does. But I've been in Montreal now for about 2 months, and the coldest it's gotten is like -14. Every day it's between like -7 and -10 Celsius. I've been wearing this jacket almost every day, along with my Arc'teryx Nuclei SV. For wind, anything that's super wet and super dry, this is my go-to jacket. Absolutely comfortable, incredibly warm, incredibly well built and put together. You know, although 2 months isn't really enough time to speak on the durability of the jacket, I think if you don't wash it and you really use it for trivial stuff like going out and taking night photos or night-long exposures and whatnot, it's a jacket built for alpine mountaineering, so I'm sure it is quite durable. And as long as you don't ever wash it or don't ever get it wet, pretty nice, and don't keep it, you know, packed up, I can see this jacket lasting pretty much for the next like 30 years. So another interesting thing I'd like to touch on is with other jacket companies such as Canada Goose, Outdoor Research, Arc'teryx, basically any other mainstream jacket company, is that they'll have several lines of jackets. You know, they'll have like the $250 version, which is like a super stripped down version of their nicest jacket. They'll have like the $400 version, which is like almost the best. And then they'll have like a $600 or $700 version, maybe even a above $1,000 version, which is like their top of the line jacket. And what's super cool about Simon, and why I have so much respect for the brand, is that this is their one super warm jacket. Like below this, they have one other jacket that's $100, also a really good deal, and also a jacket I have a review on. The fact that they only have one main jacket in their lineup that's super warm, they didn't skimp on anything. Like, they have 2 chest pockets, not 1, 2 huge drop pockets, cinches, every piece of technology you would want on a jacket they put into this guy. And you can tell, like, they didn't do it like a lineup. Like, they didn't make it like, okay, this jacket, then this jacket, then this jacket, and this is our best one, we're gonna charge more for the best one. It's like they literally just put out the best possible jacket they could make and priced it at $180, which just blows my mind. So that's really cool. That's something that you would never ever see with Arc'teryx or pretty much any more mainstream outdoor gear company. Yeah, I'm excited to possibly review some more stuff from Decathlon. I've been working really hard and been incredibly busy at my job for the past like 8 months, so that's why I haven't really been uploading any videos. Kind of trying to get back into YouTube. I do really enjoy it. I really enjoy the subscriber interaction, and I've been getting some really good feedback from everybody, even though it's a very tiny amount of people who watch my videos. But yeah, it's kind of a fun thing to do. So sharing more thoughts on my outdoor gear, which is really based on like the best possible, keep slipping on this frozen lake. It's really based on just the best gear for not necessarily someone who only uses it for camping, but also photography as well, and just going around town. And the number one thing is getting really good gear that's gonna last and actually be good to buy at a cheap price. So yeah, Decathlon's really great for that. I had a really cool ability to live in Seattle for a couple months, and one thing that was cool about that is I got to be near like all the home base outdoor gear brands. So like the Mothership REI location, Outdoor Research's outlet, and I got to pick up some really cool things from there. So I'm gonna be making a couple more videos about other cool stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.